Chapter 1. Jack was always fascinated by adventure and exploration. Ever since he was a child, he loved to read stories of brave adventurers who went on daring quests to discover new lands and hidden treasures. Now, as a young man, Jack longed to embark on his own adventure. One day, while rummaging through his attic, Jack discovered an old map that had belonged to his great-grandfather. It was a map of a mysterious island in the middle of the ocean marked with a large X. Jack couldn't believe his luck. He had always dreamed of discovering a hidden treasure, and now he had a map that could lead him to one. Without hesitation, Jack decided to embark on a journey to find the island and uncover its secrets. He knew that he would have to face many challenges along the way, but he was determined to succeed. Jack spent several weeks preparing for his journey. He gathered supplies, bought a boat, and learned as much as he could about the sea and navigation. He also read books on the history and geography of the region where the island was located. Finally, the day of the journey arrived. Jack set sail early in the morning, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. The sea was calm, and the weather was pleasant. Jack felt like he was living his dream. As the day wore on, Jack encountered several challenges. A storm brewed up suddenly, tossing his boat around like a toy. Jack struggled to keep his boat afloat, but he managed to weather the storm. As the storm cleared, Jack realized he was now miles away from the island. Despite the setback, Jack did not lose heart. He knew he had to persevere, and that the journey would not be easy. He pushed on, determined to find the island and uncover its secrets, no matter what obstacles lay ahead. Chapter 2. The storm had been fierce, battering Jack's ship mercilessly. The wind howled, and the waves roared as Jack struggled to keep his ship afloat. In the end, the storm proved too much for Jack's ship, and it was left battered and broken on the shores of a mysterious island. Jack had survived, but he was stranded on the island with no way to leave. As he looked around, he realized that the island was even more mysterious than he had imagined. It was full of strange creatures and hidden traps, and Jack knew that he would have to be very careful if he was to survive. Despite the danger, Jack felt a thrill of excitement. This was exactly the kind of adventure he had been seeking, and he was determined to make the most of it. He started to explore the island, discovering new things at every turn. As he wandered deeper into the island, Jack came across a group of survivors who had been stranded on the island for years. They had built shelters and managed to survive, but they were still hoping for a way to leave the island. Jack was relieved to find that he wasn't alone on the island, and was eager to learn more about it from the survivors. The survivors welcomed Jack, and they told him about the island's dark secrets and the dangers that lay ahead. They warned him about the strange creatures that roamed the island, and the hidden traps that could easily catch the unwary. They told him about the strange sounds that came from deep within the island, and the strange lights that sometimes flickered in the distance. Despite the warnings, Jack was excited to uncover the island's secrets. He knew that it would be a dangerous journey, but he was determined to find a way off the island and reveal its secrets to the world. With the help of the survivors, Jack continued to explore the island, ready to face whatever dangers lay ahead. Chapter 3. As Jack and the survivors continued to explore the island, they soon realized that their only hope of escaping was to work together. They pooled their resources and expertise, each contributing their unique skills and knowledge. They set about creating a plan to escape the island, determined to overcome whatever obstacles lay in their path. The journey was not easy. They had to navigate through treacherous terrain, avoiding dangerous creatures that lurked around every corner. They had to cross dangerous ravines and scale sheer cliffs, risking their lives at every turn. But they were determined to succeed, and they pressed on, driven by a fierce determination to escape the island and return to their homes. One day, as they explored deeper into the island, Jack came across a hidden temple. It was hidden deep within the jungle, and the entrance was almost invisible. Jack knew that this temple could hold the key to their escape. As they ventured into the temple, they were confronted with a series of challenges. The temple was filled with traps and puzzles, and they had to work together to solve them. They pushed on, determined to unlock the secrets of the temple and find a way to escape the island. Finally, after hours of hard work, they discovered a hidden passage. It led to a chamber deep within the temple where they discovered a hidden artifact. This artifact was the key to escaping the island and defeating its evil inhabitants. They knew that they had to use it to end the island's curse and escape before it was too late. With the artifact in hand, they made their way back to the shore, fighting off the dangerous creatures that lurked around every corner. They knew that they were close to their escape, and they pushed on, driven by a fierce determination to succeed. Finally, they reached the shore, and they used the artifact to defeat the evil creatures that had been holding them captive on the island. The island shook, and the dark clouds that had hung over the island lifted. They were free, and they knew that they had succeeded where others had failed. With the island behind them, they set sail back to their homes, ready to share their story with the world. Chapter 4. As Jack and the survivors made their way through the temple, they were met with the ultimate challenge. The guardians of the temple were fierce, and they fought with all their might to keep the artifact from falling into the hands of the survivors. But Jack and his team were determined, and they fought with courage and determination, refusing to give up even when it seemed that all hope was lost. Finally, after a long and grueling battle, the guardians were defeated, and the artifact was in their hands. They raced through the temple, navigating its twists and turns, and emerged victorious on the other side. They had escaped the island, and they were overjoyed at their success. As they sailed back to their homes, Jack and the survivors were hailed as heroes for their bravery and determination. The people of their village were amazed by their story, and they couldn't believe that such an adventure was possible. For Jack, the journey had been a life-changing experience. He had learned many lessons about courage, teamwork, and perseverance. He had discovered that the key to success was not just in talent or skill, but in the ability to work together and support each other. As he reflected on his journey, Jack knew that he would never forget the lessons he had learned on the island. He had discovered his true strength, and he knew that he could face any challenge that came his way with courage and determination. In the end, the island had been more than just a mysterious place full of danger and adventure. It had been a journey of self-discovery, and it had changed Jack's life forever. Epilogue. After returning from his adventure on the mysterious island, Jack knew that he could never go back to his old life. The journey had changed him, and he had discovered a passion for exploration that he had never known before. Jack decided to use his newfound knowledge and experience to continue exploring the world and uncovering its mysteries. He knew that there were so many places to discover, so many adventures to be had, and he was eager to experience them all. He set out on a new journey, determined to see the world and uncover its secrets. He traveled to far-off lands, met new people, and faced new challenges. He climbed mountains, crossed deserts, and explored deep jungles. He searched for hidden treasures and uncovered ancient artifacts that had been lost for centuries. Through it all, Jack never lost his sense of wonder and excitement. He knew that the world was full of surprises, and he was always ready for the next adventure. As the years went by, Jack became known as one of the greatest explorers of his time. He inspired others to follow in his footsteps, and his stories of adventure and discovery captivated people all over the world. But for Jack, the greatest reward was the knowledge that he had lived a life full of adventure and purpose. He had found his true calling, and he had followed it with all his heart. In the end, Jack knew that he had lived a life that he could be proud of. He had faced his fears, overcome his doubts, and lived a life of adventure that he would never forget. And as he looked back on his life, he knew that he had found the one thing that he had been searching for all along: the thrill of discovery and the joy of adventure.